days later, I returned to the Armstrong house to tell them Daisy would be released soon for burial. I was angry with myself that I couldn't bring them better news. I wasn't prepared for more tragedy.
I didn't think I'd have to come back here at all. Didn't want to come back here. This is the worst part of the game because I didn't like it. So many things and the nanny, you got on my nerves.
Hello, Miss Moreau. I'm here to see Colonel Armstrong.
Good morning, Detective. Colonel Armstrong is upstairs. He isn't well.
You know, it was your boyfriend that did this, and you lied to me. I should punch you in the face. Hello.
Good morning, Colonel Armstrong. Is your wife here?
Here? No, Sonia is not here. Always one step behind. She died of a miscarriage last night. My wife, Daisy, and our baby. My whole family is gone.
This man is having a terrible life.
I came straight here this morning. I received word that you can arrange for Daisy to be returned to you for burial. I didn't know.
Well then, now you don't have to come back. I can arrange for Daisy, my wife, and our unborn child to be buried all at once. Very efficient. Being a military man, I can appreciate efficiency.
I know how hard this must be for you.
No, you don't know. I don't want your sympathy. I want you to do your bloody job and catch the creature that did this.
I know you won't believe me, but I swear to you,
She's doing her
I will
best.
find who did this.
Be nice.
If it takes me to the far
I know
corners
you're in
of the
pain.
earth,
I know you're
will
hurting, but
find
there's
them.
no reason to
Then
lash out.
go. Please go now. Go find them.
There's no cameras in this room. I should use a nightstick on this motherfucker.
The house that once held the laughter of a child now feels so empty. I'm not giving up. I'm a part of this case.
This is all your
The case
fault.
is a part of me.
Your boyfriend killed the daughter, causing the mother to have so much stress that she had a miscarriage and she died from it. Oh no, I used to say you should hold some blame in this yourself.
All units, hikers in the vicinity of the cabin where Daisy Armstrong was found spotted a pickup truck drive through the barricade tape and then head up the dirt road toward where the subject cabin is located. Any car nearby who can respond?
Unit 28, we can respond, but we're a ways away.
Dispatch, this is 11. I'm on it.
Copy that. 11, you good to go.
Copy that.
Well, he wanted us to do our job. Dame Agatha Mary Clarissa Christie, also known as Lady Mallowen, as it was an English writer known for her 66 detective novels and 14 short story collections, particularly those featuring fictional Detective Hercule Poirot and amateur Detective Miss Marple. We meet again, old friend.
Okay, there's the pickup. Let's see who ignored our barricade tape. 11 here. I'm at the cabin. Someone has broken in.
Yeah, that's quite obvious. The
Are
tape
you
has been
requesting
ripped.
backup?
Not yet. I'm going to take a look around.
Copy that, 11.
I'll call Ben back up if they began to shoot.
An individual has entered a police-secured area. I have to stop him first.
I'm just checking. I want to see if I can go inside.
Footprints.
Footy prints.
A forensics evidence identification marker.
where I almost blew up.
Forensics had to go through this place with a fine-tooth comb. He's not here. Three, 892. Oh, when the poor deer was killed.
In 1992. Here, they're not in the cabin, so they must be around. They must be around the area then. But where? Where are you sons of bitches? How far in can I go? Clearly not that way. There's a trail behind the rocks. Hello.
Don't shoot, officer. I'm on your side.
Sir, keep your hands where I can see them.
Sure, no problem.
Sir, this is a crime scene. Who the hell are you?
I'm a reporter. Boston 6 News. You can get us on cable even here in the mountains.
They haven't heard of crime scene tape in a big city like Boston?
All right, that wasn't my best move. I got all excited. I didn't expect to find the place deserted. It was hard to resist.
You should have tried harder. I'm placing you under arrest.
You should be thanking me. Look what you apparently missed and I found.
His hands are humongous.
We'll get to that, but you're going to answer some questions first.
I'm more used to asking questions, but fire away.
May I please?
Who are you exactly?
I'm Michael Clark, journalist for Boston 6 News. Off camera, but someday I'm going to be anchor. You just wait.
Do you have a way to prove that?
My press card's in my truck.
What are you doing here? You should know a crime scene is off limits.
I'm investigating the Daisy Armstrong kidnapping like you.
Well, the investigation's just about done. We just gotta find the people who
Does
did
the
it.
pickup parked in front of the cabin belong to you?
Yes, indeed, it's mine.
I'll check. Show me your hands. I'm gonna cuff you.
I'm sure we can work out a deal.
Put your hands in front of you.
Aren't you gonna read me my rights?
You have the right to remain silent. I really wish you'd exercise that one. Dispatch, this is 11. I intercepted a suspicious individual at the crime scene. I'll check to determine how badly he's compromised it. Then I'm bringing him in.
Copy that, Detective Locke.
Michael Clark.
The glove compartment is closed.
It's not just closed, it's locked. If it was just closed, I would have been able to open it.
Candid photos of the entire Armstrong family. A reporter just doing his job. Or something else?
Alright, let's go look at this bunker. I'm trying to figure out why no one at the station looked into this bunker unless they didn't travel this far and they just focused on the cabin itself and not anything beyond the rocks.
That isn't the right combination. No. Damn, that isn't it.
I had that going good.
Yes, I knew I could do it. I can always use safecrafting as a career move.
Money. There's a hair on that.
That looks like a hair caught in the band around the money. Forensics will tell me for sure, but that doesn't look like Daisy's color. An expensive-looking pen with the initials JM? What's its story?
Who knows? That seems to be everything in here. At least now I can see. I think that's everything we needed in the bunker. Just to be sure. Okay. Do I have to talk to him now?
I don't need to talk to the suspect right now. I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
Well, then what are we doing here?
The gas can I found in the bunker would match this outline perfectly. Express card, and the phone number of the newspaper is on it. Ah, good. I can give him a call. That is a great detective job. Hi, I'm Detective Joanna Locke, Berkshire Police. I'd like to speak to an editor, please.
One moment, please. Hello, Detective Locke? This is Abby Wilson. I'm a senior editor. What can I do for you?
Does a man named Michael Clark work for you?
Yes, he does. Why?
Do you remember what the last case he investigated was?
It was a murder case. The victim was a millionaire lost to
JM
Massachusetts.
on the pen.
His body turned up in one of his nets. Or, rather, most of it did.
What kind of stories does Mr. Clark write?
Mr. Clark is an investigative reporter. Mostly crime stories, to tell you the truth. He comes up with some pretty macabre stuff some of the time. Is there a problem? Or a story?
He works in the field?
Yes, Michael Clark is what we call a stringer. He works as a freelancer. Comes up with a story we can use, we pay him, and we don't hear from him again for several months.
When was the last time you heard from him?
Oh, it's been at least 7 or 8 months. That's not unusual.
Ah, well. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. You've been a great help to me.
Pleasure. I hope he's not in trouble. He can be a little pushy, but he's a good guy overall. So what's he working on now, Detective? Are you sitting on a story?
Thanks again. I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
I would think I would want to.
Footprints.
Okay, nothing new with that.
Duct tape to silence Daisy's screams. Damn it, Daisy. I will find whoever did this to you. A forensics evidence identification marker. That's where I found Fluffy. Daisy's special toy. I hope he returned him to the family.
What family? It's just the father and the nannies left. Everyone else is dead. And do I have to go down to the bunker and collect things? Because I looked at them, and typically with this game I just look at things and it's counted as collected. I don't always have to pick things up. But that was a weird glitch.
The cap's been damaged, and some gasoline has leaked out.
Ah, that's why I missed something. Now, about that pen.
An expensive-looking pen with the initials JM? What's its story?
I think we just found out what the story was.
An expensive...
See, we can't pick those up. Maybe all I needed down here was the gas can.
This bunker looks like...
Because there is a gas stain on that wooden box that the other one's sitting in. So it would explain why there's a gas stain there in the shape of the bottom of one that is not there.
The gas can I found in the bunker would match this out with the gas can I found... The gas can I found in the bunker would match this outline perfectly.
Make a phone call, Detective, whatever your name is.
That phone is an outside line.
Hello, boss. It's Michael Clark. I'm still on the Armstrong kidnap, but there's a small problem. I got caught being someplace I shouldn't be. I'm at the police station. No, I'm not under arrest. Just questioning. Fire me. Why? The station's integrity? You're kidding me, right? If you think I've screwed up that badly, then fire me. Got that? Fire me. Yes, do it.
That didn't go well.
I think I got my point across. What happens now?
Go ahead. Then we'll have a chat.
What an interesting phone call.
Now that we've taken your DNA, we can begin. Interview of suspect Michael Clark, 6 p.m., March 30th, 2019. This interview is being recorded.
By elves behind the mirror, no doubt?
You were arrested at a crime scene where you damaged police barricade tape.
I'll pay for a new roll.
That's a Class A misdemeanor, and it carries a $500 fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
To begin with, where were you on the night Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped?
I was watching TV in my motel room, but I had my police scanner on. I heard the first reports that the little girl was missing. No way the police at the scene were gonna let me get close. I set my alarm so I could get on the story first thing in the morning. I tried to sleep. It was difficult.
Can anybody confirm where you were?
No. Afraid not. I was alone and sleepless. A sad combination. And I
I
realized
don't feel
that
sorry
alibi.
for you.
You say you're a journalist, a stringer for Channel 6 News in Boston.
I sell my stuff to lots of media outlets.
Your camera was in your pickup. You didn't want to take pictures of the crime scene?
I like to get the lay of the land. Once I see the story I want to tell, then I start documenting it.
I don't know any journalist who works a case without their camera close at hand. He thinks he's invincible.
They're nosy
I need to
bastards.
play his ego. That's the key. What are you doing in the Berkshires? And what is your connection to the Armstrong case?
For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking forward to my next story. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time. I changed gears when Daisy was kidnapped and started investigating the Armstrongs.
What contains a lie? For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News is looking forward to my next story. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time.
Where is a lie detector when you need one? Come on, Joanna. You're a better detective than that. I need proof, not guesswork.
But I'm going to guesswork you to death on
So
this
you
case.
just stumbled on a major kidnapping story during your stay in the Berkshires.
Yeah, I was researching PCBs in the river for crying out loud. Then, wow, the Armstrongs. That's not a Science Sunday report. That's a lead. Sometimes you just get lucky.
I called Boston 6 News. Your editor said she hadn't talked to you in a long time. If
7
you're
or 8
working
months.
on the Armstrong case, why haven't you submitted anything during the last month?
When the kidnapping occurred, I realized it was a golden opportunity. Forget intimate photos of the rich and famous. Here was a story that just dropped into my lap. I was about to turn in my first notes when I overheard the discovery of the cabin. And I was right. No other journalist got there ahead of me. And you had to turn up. I need to get out of here and write my copy.
That sounds plausible. He's on the spot when a big story erupts and he goes after it. Your press card says Boston 6 News, and you say you started working on the Armstrong case when little Daisy was abducted, but Boston 6 News didn't even know you were on site.
Detective, if I had the inside track on this case, do you think I'm gonna go only to Boston 6? I could have had a bidding war for my... I'm gonna use the word, my scoop.
It still doesn't sound quite right. But there is a warped kind of logic to his story. Your camera in the pickup. There were photos of Daisy from before she was kidnapped.
The Armstrongs are a famous family, like the Kennedys or Hollywood couples. Gossip sites love them. People want to see how they live. I started out just stealing candid shots. Paparazzi live on getting that one exclusive shot. Steamy, intimate, whatever. Then when the kidnapping happened, I realized I was here first. What an opportunity. And I jumped at it.
You have an answer for everything.
You're not very good at this, are you? How long have you been on the job?
Long enough to put you away for life if you killed that little girl. Let's move on to the gas cans and what we found in your pockets when you were brought in here today.
That sounds exciting.
You are an arrogant bastard.
In addition to the gasoline in the back of your pickup and another in the bunker, you had a lighter and gloves in your pockets. You were going to set fire to the bunker and every scrap of evidence inside.
Where to begin? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I wasn't planning to use these things to destroy the crime scene. I've been around crime scenes my entire career. I brought the gloves so as not to contaminate it with my fingerprints. The gas can in the back of my pickup, I use it to put gas in the truck. Gas stations are few and far between in your mountains. I didn't know there was a gas can in the bunker. If that's true, I did you a favor. My arrival obviously scared off somebody planning to burn everything.
Do you also have an excuse for your lighter?
A lighter?
And why
Trying
is
to
the
quit
gas can in
smoking.
the bunker
I used the lighter as a
leaking?
reminder not to
Gas
start
stained in
again.
the box behind the back of your truck. If it even is your truck, it's not registered to you.
Let's start with why you went to the cabin.
If the police were interested in it, I was interested in it.
How did you find the cabin?
Police radio. I heard the forensic team getting directions. Then, when they finally left the scene late this morning, I jumped in my pickup and hurried on up the mountain.
You tore the tape at the entrance to the property and stomped all over the house. This constitutes a serious violation of a crime scene, Mr. Clark.
I'm aware of that. I'm sorry. I'll pay the fine. But I got carried away. It isn't often I get a crime scene all to myself.
He's enjoying himself. I need to throw him off balance somehow. Surprise him into making an error. Explain to me again how you got to the crime scene.
I listened in on the police radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. I headed for the crime scene in my trusty pickup, like I've done for years. After the forensic team left, I needed to see the crime scene for myself. I got to the bunker just before you arrived.
I listened to the radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. True. I headed to the scene with my trusty pickup, like I've done for years. After the team left, I needed to see the scene for myself. I got to the bunker just before you arrived.
You said you've been driving that pickup for years?
You heard right. Thanks to it, I never miss a story.
You say you've been using your pickup for years, but the title certificate is not in your name. The truck belongs to somebody named Stephen Baker.
Okay, I don't get why the pickup is so important to you, but I guess my ego made me say that. Yeah, the pickup was lent to me by a friend. I couldn't afford it even with a loan.
I think you stole it, Mr. Clark. You needed a pickup like that for our mountain roads, so you stole that one.
Try proving it. But while you run off on some wild goose chase, you can't hold me.
I know that Clark is lying. I need to reconstruct the whole sequence of events in order to understand what happened.
Let's do it. Put the events in order to find the right chronology. Clark opens the bunker. Clark throws cans of gasoline into the bunker. Clark breaks through the barricade tape. Closes the bunker. Takes a can of gasoline from his pickup. I come and suppress Clark, and in between there's the I arrive at the cabin.
No, I did something wrong. I don't need Mr. Poirot to tell me I'm wrong. Oh, no, this isn't it. Think! Come on, Joanna. That's a rookie mistake.
Haha.
detective gets it right. I'll tell you what really happened. You waited until forensics left and arrived in your probably stolen pickup. You grabbed a can of gasoline from your truck. You then went into the cabin to check if Daisy had been found. You then went straight to the bunker to see if it had been discovered, planning to set it on fire and destroy all the evidence inside. Before you could start the fire, you heard me arrive. So you hastily left your gas can and closed the hatch. You didn't think I could open the bunker. If I hadn't found you, I expect you would have burned down the cabin too.
I'm not gonna make fun of you, Detective, or how you handled my interrogation. You're obviously very new at this. I swear I'm telling the truth. I didn't know the bunker was there until the moment you showed up. I seem to have trumped your entire police force.
When I get the DNA results from the bunker, we'll continue this conversation.
You have no concrete evidence against me whatsoever.
The lab results will be in soon. You won't get away with this. See that call? That's your arrest warrant and a one-way ticket to prison. I'll be right back.
You can only hope, but this guy's a very arrogant son of a bitch.
Hello, sir. I think I found the man who kidnapped Daisy Armstrong. I'm interrogating him now.
Hold on, Detective Locke. I have some bad news. Someone set fire to the cabin in the bunker. The fire department is on the scene, but they say it's too late.
That's impossible. My suspect has been in the interrogation room with me all evening.
We can't hold him. Suzanne Moreau. Her fingerprints are on the wine bottle found in the cabin. We also found an unknown person's fingerprints, but they don't match your suspects.
Sir, with all due respect, I'm convinced Michael Clark is involved.
Detective, I'm cutting you some slack already, but we cannot hold your suspect simply because you're convinced he's guilty. We have evidence that Suzanne was working with an accomplice, Noah Garrett. I order you to release the reporter and arrest this moron.
Let me just check my last lead. The DNA analysis of the hair found in the bunker safe. The results just came in.
I know how hard this is. Okay. Get the DNA results. Detective Locke, I will give you 1 hour maximum. Then you close the file and arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Thank you, sir.
He sounds very nice. Very pixelated mirror.
Who did you call earlier?
An editor from the Boston 6 News.
An editor you repeatedly said should fire you. That was your accomplice, wasn't it? You were telling him to start the fire.
An accomplice?
I know it was Noah you called.
I'm saying nothing more without the presence of my lawyer.
Stay right where you are. I'm not done with you yet.
She is a very angry person, and
Do I
I
have
like it
grounds
because
for
this man
lawsuit?
pisses me off.
Some poor innocent
Even if
woman
he's
is
not-
being accused instead of you.
Even
You
if
set
he's
her
not
up, didn't
involved, he just
You have to
pisses
let
me
me
off.
go, Detective.
All I need is one more phone call to the lab. I know it's you, and I'm going to prove it. Hello, this is Joanna Locke. I need the results of the DNA test I asked you for.
Hi, Detective. Sorry, we only have the DNA sequence. We haven't had time to compare it with the suspects yet. It'll take 7 more hours. I'm sorry, but you are not the only one on the waiting list.
Send your analysis to my computer in the office. I'll do the comparison myself.
I need authorization.
I have a murderer who is going to walk free unless I get those results now.
Fine, we'll send it to you right away, but I have to log this.
It's my last chance.
Do we have to go to the office? It's not that door. Sweet Jesus. Unknown DNA found in the cabin. ATC, GGC, ATA. Okay. AAA. Sweet Jesus.
I don't understand. I was sure it would be Clark's hair. I'll have to let him go. This is all a game to him, and he doesn't expect to lose. Case files. A lot of them for our tiny town. The only comfortable chair in the whole station. But there's no time to rest. I'll add these to the file. Anything that will erase Clark's smile. You can leave.
Sorry it didn't work out for you, Detective. Maybe you should consider a career change.
Oh, shut up.
We are not done.
Oh, but we are, my dear. We are done.
I had no choice but to return to the Armstrong house to arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Let's hope it's the last time I actually have to see this house.
The arrest warrant for Suzanne Moreau. Suzanne was set up by Clark and Noah. They are the kidnappers, but I'm not giving up. When Suzanne comes up for trial, I will fight for her defense. But for now, the district attorney is in charge. If I want to stay a detective,
With you being the one
he
picking
always
her
has
up,
the last
are you
word.
allowed to do that? I mean, is that a thing you can do?
The door is wide open. How strange.
Not suspicious at
Hey,
all.
is anyone there? Miss Moreau? Miss Moreau? This is Detective Locke. Miss Moreau, can you hear me? It's me, Detective Locke. You must get up now. Miss Moreau? Miss Moreau, can you hear me?
Suzanne Moreau is dead. There are no traces of blows or injuries on her body. She doesn't seem to have defended herself from anyone.
Sleeping
It
pills
appears
again.
Suzanne killed herself by ingesting all these drugs.
Dear Miss Moreau, please forgive that Dr. Adams has been unable to reach you for several days. We wanted to let you know that your brother passed away peacefully during the night of Saturday, March 29th. Please contact us if you would like assistance with the arrangement for her, or if there's anything else we can do. Oh my.
Suzanne was telling the truth about her mother.
I killed Daisy. I was scared she would tell if I released her from the cabin alive. I can't live with myself and what I've done.
She must have realized at last how she'd been used. The death of her mother would have been an additional shock, and the self-righteous court of social media was as quick as usual to try and convict her.
Okay, listen. The thing about the immigrant, that out there is just fucking disgusting. It doesn't always happen, and one bad apple does not spoil the whole bunch. I'm against capital punishment. And where the hell's the father at? Because Ratchet was given sleeping pills too before he was murdered. The only difference, Ratchet was stabbed many times and Miss Moreau was not.
I'd rather finish what I have to do here before leaving.
What else do you need? You need to turn in that there's a dead woman upstairs.
Nothing's been touched. It's as if Daisy might walk in at any moment and begin to play. The glasses are missing. I called the district attorney to inform him.
This is Detective Locke, sir. I'm at the Armstrong house.
Have you arrested Suzanne Moreau?
She's dead, sir. Apparent suicide, but I need a forensics team.
She killed herself out of remorse for her part in the crime.
We don't know that yet. I'm calling forensics now, but I wanted you to know.
What a mess. Stay on site until forensics arrive.
Yes, sir. Standing by.
The investigation was officially closed. I was certain that she was innocent, and Clark had been responsible for 4 deaths and then vanished into thin air. With $1 million. Dollars marked, though, and not easily spent. I didn't care if the case was officially closed.
I swore, Mr. Poirot, whatever it took, I would hunt him down.